Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to do another what's for dinner. I have 5 different meals I'm going to be showing you today, as well as how I prepare them. So I made sure to include some crockpot meals in this what's for dinner, and the first one is a Mississippi pot roast. This one was really good and really easy. I will definitely be making this again. So what you'll need is a roast of some kind, a packet of brown gravy, 1 stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of ranch, or either 1 packet if you have that, and some pepperoncinis. And then you're literally just going to put everything in the crock pot and cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours. I will say though, this recipe had a little bit of a kick to it. It's probably due to the fact that I put a little bit more pepperoncinis in mine than what the recipe calls for. It calls for about 5 or 6, and I want to say I put around 10-ish or so, just because my husband likes spicy stuff, but you could totally cut back on that. And to go with them, we're going to have some of these instant roasted garlic mashed potatoes. And that is how everything came out. Like I said, it was really good, and I will definitely be making it again. On to meal number 2, we're going to make burgers and fries. This is one of our favorites to make. We're going to start out with 2 pounds of ground beef. And today I'm going to be using some ranch, some salt, some pepper, some onion powder, and some minced garlic, and I'll also throw in 2 eggs. And I don't really measure my ingredients, I kind of just eyeball everything. I normally also will throw in some Worcestershire sauce, but I didn't have any. I was completely out, so I was kind of bummed about that. But other than that, these burgers were really good. And once I have everything mixed up, I'll just pop them on the griddle for a few minutes. So while those are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and toast up some buns, and I found these in the bakery section at Walmart. These are really good and they make really good burgers. So I'm just going to butter them up and put some garlic powder on them and toast them in a skillet. And to go with them, I just put some fries in the air fryer, and that was dinner. I told you guys in my meal plan that I didn't know where this recipe came from, but it's because I did not realize that the recipe actually is my grandmother's. So this shrimp Creole is a family recipe. I'm going to start out by cutting up 1 pound of bacon. The recipe actually calls for 2 pounds, but I only had 1, so that's what I used. And we're just going to fry it up in a pan. While the bacon's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take the tails off of my shrimp, and I got the cooked, peeled, and deveined kind. Once the bacon's done, I'm going to go ahead and set it to the side, and then I'm going to chop up 1 green bell pepper and pour that into the bacon grease. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my shrimp in to heat through. And what you want to do is take 3 12-ounce cans of tomato paste, and we're going to pour that in, and for every can that you put in, you want to put in a half a can of water. I think I ended up putting 1 extra can of water just because I felt like it needed it, but everything turned out really good. And then once you have your tomato paste and water in, you'll take your bacon and put that back in and give it a good stir, and then we'll let it simmer for about 20-ish minutes. And then I just served it on some white rice, and there you have it. Okay, and now we're gonna make a crockpot chili. I'm gonna be cooking in my cassourie today just because I like the multifunction use that it has. So I started by browning 1 pound of ground beef and a half of an onion. This is everything you'll need. You'll need 1 pack of chili seasoning mix, 1 can of beef broth, 1 large can of crushed tomatoes, a can of diced tomatoes, a small can of tomato paste, 1 can of kidney beans, and 1 can of black beans. And this is just my own personal recipe. So after the ground beef is cooked through, we're gonna take everything and pour it in, and we're gonna set it to slow cook for about 3 to 4 hours on low. This is what it'll look like when it's all done, and I just served mine with some sour cream and some Colby and Monterey Jack and some saltine crackers, and that is it. Now on to the very last meal. I took some of that leftover chili that we had and just made some chili cheese fries. So I just took some crinkle cut fries and cooked those in the air fryer, and then heated my chili on the stove. I normally would have done this in the microwave probably, but our microwave actually tore up and we're just kind of learning to live without one. Anyways, I'm just going to take some of these little plastic trays that I found at Sam's, as well as some wax paper, and that's what we're going to eat off of tonight. And to top our chili cheese fries, I'm using the Colby and Monterey Jack, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this What's for Dinner, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.